smoke. Breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs.
Do it to him, Mikey boy.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Keith Sworn and welcome back to Tanek FPS. And guys, in today's video I want to give you all some recommended console settings for Mindseye. This goes for PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X and S. Now, before we get into today's video, I do want to give a special shout out and thank you to Build a Rocket Board and IOI Partners for sponsoring this video and hooking me up with a PlayStation 5 review key of Mindseye. Now, there's not too many crazy graphical settings we're going to go over today, just some things I'm going to recommend you turn off and adjust to make your experience a little bit cleaner. So, let's go ahead and talk about these real quick. Nothing too crazy and simple. So, for one, here in the general settings, I recommend turning your camera shake all the way off. I've told you guys, in all kinds of videos and stuff like that, camera shake just makes games look more framey at the end of the day. Here in your graphics settings, turn off your motion blur and camera motion blur. Also, bring the blur strength to 0 just in case the game tries to sneak in any other types of blur. Because there are a billion types of different blur that games use to try and cover up things. If you want the cleanest picture, especially in a game that involves shooting and accuracy, make sure you turn off all kinds of blur. Now, for your wireless controller, if you're playing on PlayStation 5, alright, this only applies to PS5 players. The trigger effects, I would set them to low because in this game, they are very strong. Very strong. I'm talking to the point where you shoot the guns and the trigger almost kind of fights with your fingers. You got to push it nice and hard. Don't get me wrong, it's very immersive. If you want that effect, by all means. But I would turn them to low because they're still pretty strong. Like, watch. Turn it to low and try it and you'll see what I mean. Here in the display settings, just to make your colors pop. Now, obviously, if you have HDR, you want to go ahead and adjust that accordingly. But in here in this video, we're not using HDR. So what I'm going to recommend is your brightness, 50%. Make sure you adjust it accordingly to your TV. 50% was the default. It was fine with my monitor. May not be with yours, just a heads up. And your gamma, you want to go ahead and put it about 10 or 15% higher than your brightness, just to make those colors pop a little bit and things like that. For your HUD, this is just pretty much preference, to each their own. I would say go ahead and leave everything on so you know what's going on with the game. Especially because when you're in the very early missions, there's this mission where you're using this camera to follow around the guy in the building, and they actually speak on the next segment that you need to go to. So just in case you don't hear them, you got the subtitles down there telling you where the guy's going to go next. And it doesn't actually give you a waypoint or anything showing you where the guy's going to go. So it's very careful that you're listening. So for parts like that in particular, I would say keep subtitles on, but that's just my personal recommendation. Audio, pretty self-explanatory. If you got a surround sound system or any type of special headphones or anything like that, make sure you guys are turning on spatial audio, getting the most out of the game and all of that fun stuff right there. But overall, guys, this is roughly what my picture looks like on a base PlayStation 5. It is pretty clean looking and everything right now. Unfortunately, they don't have any graphical settings that are quality or performance mode or anything like that. The game probably could use a little bit of performance cleanup. I'm not going to lie in that regard, especially here for us console players. Not sure how it is on PC. But anyway, guys, that's just going to give you a little thing for my recommended settings. Y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like. My thoughts and everything on the game will be coming soon. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.